Hey everybody, this is Galen from the Portland Chess Shop here to bring you a bullet chess commentary with Steven Breckenridge. And here commenting with me is special guest FIDE Master Evan Chu.
Hey guys, I'm really looking forward to these bullet games. We're really excited to commentate on. Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's get into
All
it.
right, so this is some pretty fast chess, giving you something that not necessarily other people have done before. Trying to comment, try to tell you what's going on with games that are going so quickly.
hmm Right now it's just a pretty normal opening. White has, a space advantage, but it's pretty equal so far. Nothing really going on. E5 is a critical move. Now White's actually better because of that really weak pawn on E6 and strong control of E5.
So Black has developed most of his pieces, but the weak E6 square on the half-open file, he actually hangs the pawn.
And now it's complicated though, because Queen F5, maybe Bishop takes F3 is an idea, but Rook F8 first is not bad as well. Black has probably a better position here because there's so many opportunities here, but he's messing up with G6 as a mistake, and he hung his bishop.
He hangs a piece.
Yep. So his opponent isn't the best, but I think a better play Black could have had some opportunities there. And now Queen F6 is nice. Bishop takes F6. Rook takes. We has a mistake by Steven, I think. But anyway, White's completely winning here.
So to give us some context, so this is a match. They're playing a bunch of games together. Steven Breckenridge has won all three of the big tournaments that my Portland Chess Shop has hosted. He's started to play on chess.com, where Evan plays as well, where Evan has the record for being the #1 bullet player. And so Resign to Me Son 23-42 versus 24-66. So it should be pretty even match, maybe some edge to Steven.
Exactly. I actually expect Steven to clean up house here. That's just my prediction. I haven't seen these matches yet, but I predict that Steven's going to win at least maybe a 4 or a 3-1 win ratio against this guy.
Evan played a match against Steven, which we uploaded last week, and so Evan has some psychological knowledge of how Steven plays.
Steven is a very, very gifted tactical player. I think he still has some work to do, players around my level, he has some work to do on, positional concepts and stuff. But tactic-wise, he's, one of the best I've seen. He's brilliant.
So, Evan, you know the 5,400 checkmate puzzle, checkmate book by Laszlo Polgar?
Yes, I actually have it, and I've read it myself.
You've done every single one of them?
Yes, every single one. So imagine
a
little 8-year-old kid doing maybe 50 problems a day from that book. So that was me.
Oh, that's too funny. I brought it up because Steven swears that he did every one of the puzzles too.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best way to become a master, huh?
Definitely helps. I mean, Laszlo Polgar, he did something right. He raised 3 women grandmasters, so he knows something.
So the knight takes on b7. What's going on here, Evan?
Black is a little better because bishops are better in these kinds of endgames, but it's complicated. And actually, I think White now is better if he takes on c7. Now White's just a little bit better, but once again, and also knights in bullet are better pieces than bishops, I guess because knights are really tricky. So I'll give a definite huge advantage to White here. But it's a question of, once again, this guy's technique. I'm not sure he'll be able to finish it out.
Wait, so I've never heard that before. So knights are better in bullet than they are in blitz because they're more confusing.
I mean, I should rephrase it. Knights are especially good in bullet. That's because their movements are hard to predict, and there are a lot of tricky things you can do with them. And also, if you have a knight, it's hard for your opponent to pre-move accurately. If someone knows what they're doing with their knight, then you can make it very hard for your opponent to pre-move. Oh shit!
So there's a checkmate in the middle of the board.
Yep,
it's over.
Wow. Even that was surprising. Even if he didn't see that 96 was bad there, so I think Steven just messed that game up. But normally he plays much better.
So 1-1.
1-1. Okay.
So Steven takes the center with the powerful e4 move. Black, we sort of transpose it to some sort of some Benoni structure.
I don't know this now. This is some kind of I don't know. This is not a structure. This is just a weird structure.
It changed again, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Knight 66 is very strong now, and now he wins the rook. Oh man. Resign to Me Son, not playing. Now the king's stuck in the center because he can't castle the bishop in their attack. White is just a dominant position here. Rook to e8 is probably necessary. But, White is definitely has a huge edge here. Knight to b5 is an idea? I don't know.
So Steven's down a few seconds, but has a much better position.
Yeah, and like once again, like I said before, being down a few seconds when it's like a lot of time on the clock left isn't a big deal. It only gets to be a big deal, once it comes down to like say under 20 seconds. That's like kind of the critical point, 20 seconds. That's where time really, really starts coming into effect.
20 seconds is the critical point. Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
Around that. Depends on the position, obviously. Like there are exceptions, and the end game may be the different critical points, but in general, I would say it was in the middle game around 20 seconds is key. And now Stevens is playing some nice in-between moves before taking the knight. Notice how he took like 5 pieces before he took the knight.
Yeah, so Steven's queen is like out of control. Just check, 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 check.
Now rook e5 will probably be a mate. Actually, he probably had an easier mate.
So, yeah, I was rereading Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess, and it said the purpose of chess is to checkmate the opponent's king.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, it's sort of course, but it's sort of. Sometimes people forget, like when people are learning, they think that I don't know, you want to take all your opponent's pieces and then have your opponent give up, but that's not the purpose. You want to exploit the weakness of the king.
Yeah. Yep.
So we see Steven doing that.
Checkmate. That's the end goal. And now Steven it's completely won here. Like Steven could probably win this with like 3 seconds remaining. So.
All right, another game. So we see another e4 move.
Mm-hmm. This is a gambit. C5 is even possible here. Yeah, C5 winning the pawn. Now white is up a pawn, but black has some weak squares on D5 and D6.
Immediate
if
E5.
Takes, then bishop takes F7 is a nice move. I think knight F6 is a mistake. Now E6 looks very strong, or just taking. E6 looks strong. Now followed by knight to G5 or bishop takes E6. Now I would retreat the bishop or now castle. This guy's not playing it too accurately, though. Queen B3 is a good choice. Knight C6 now, though. Knight C6. Now Steven just needs a castle, but he also needs to defend C4 somehow. So what's the best move here? Like H6 maybe, kicking the knight back. Steven can't afford to think this long here. I don't know what he's doing. You can never really spend 5 or 6 seconds thinking about that. But now he did that, and he also made a poor move. Now knight takes D5 looks strong. So Steven's not playing very well at the moment.
So he's way down on time.
Way down on time, and also his position is worse. You really can't spend too much. You can't spend that much time. You spend like a good 10, 15 seconds on that move. You really can't afford to do that.
And it's only a pawn.
Yeah.
He'll end up hanging.
He's getting checkmate unless he takes on. Oh no, knight A6 maybe doesn't work because he takes with the knight.
Right.
So okay, so now he's moving back. Knight to now it takes, but now Steven is down a pawn. He's down a lot of time. The big thing is the time. This guy has 3 times the amount of time. It's pretty much over. If this guy just converts somewhat decently, that 20-second advantage will tell.
Yeah, so there's no way really Steven can come back.
There's really no way. Steven has, there's really no way.
So what do you think Steven should do in the next game? Like he knows that he won a few games by outplaying his opponent tactically, and now he's run out of time. What can he do to play quicker while still maintaining an advantage?
Both of these games, he's running into problems. Like this is actually very common. I have in my play. Like he's not dealing with the gambits. Resigns to is playing some gambit lines, and Steven is not handling the gambit lines very well. Like he's spending too much time. We're not getting good positions. If I were Steven next game for his black, I would probably switch up my opening to play a much more solid game because Steven's a better player, but he's getting worse positions out of the opening, and like the gambit lines are taking a lot out of his time. So I would try to play a different solid opening for Steven next game.
So Resignemy's son switches up the opening. He played the French last time, and now he plays the Sicilian.
Yeah, and these positions favor Steven because they're they're not gambits, and he can outplay his opponent here. So I have faith that Steven can do pretty well here. And now White has a solid position. He lost the 2 bishops, but he's very solid center. And it's not a position that a stronger player can outplay a weaker player very easily. And I'm very sure Steven's a stronger player here. So knight c5 is nice. Now b4 is the idea, kicking out the knight. The bishop g5, interesting move. This kind of endgame is better for White though, because he has much more space.
Yeah, and it takes away. Resignemy's son has been winning games on time, and it's going to be harder to win on time when the queens are traded off.
Yeah, and
do you think?
Yeah, I agree. In general, queens are, it's hard to control. But now Resignemy's son is actually getting a pretty good position. Steven has misplayed this now. Knight bishop takes d5, and now I would say black is better here now. because those central pawns are really, really strong. Now knight to c3 looks very strong. Yeah, Steven is, I don't know what's going on with him. He's normally much stronger than this. Now he's down on time and also he's losing.
Yeah, he's way down on time, huh?
Yeah. Man. Yeah, and his position is dead lost too. Knight to c5. Yeah, it's over here. Like even if positionally and by time, Black is completely winning here.
So do you think gambits are like stronger in bullet than they are in other time controls?
Oh, definitely. The strength of gambits is in relation to the amount of time each player has. The gambits are strongest in 1 minute, weakest in over the board long-term play. Which I would make sense, right? If the opponent has more time to think about it, the gambit doesn't really work. Knight to g4 now, and it'll sacrifice the pawn for the knight for the pawn, and it's over. Yeah.
All right, so Resigning Me Son is up. He's up 3-2.
Yeah, Resigning Me Son. This I did not expect this at all. This is a shocker. I thought Steven would win. Just like for perspective, I played a bullet series with Steven the other day, maybe a week ago, and we were like 20 and 20 or something. Like we were very even in terms of bullet. We were very even. I think I was up maybe 1 or 2 games, and I normally crush Resigning Me Son, like 4 to 5 win rate against him. So I'm very shocked. Maybe he's just having an off day. That happens a lot in bullet. That you can play 200, 300 points below your normal or higher than your normal rating, just upon how you're feeling that day or if you're calculating well. Bullet there's a lot of volatility and variance.
What do you do? Like if your session isn't good but you want to keep playing, how do you fix your game?
You should just take a break. But a lot of people like me have trouble doing that, and I just play through it. But yeah, normally you should just take a break if you're playing poorly.
So White's queen on d3 is really exposed. Knight takes b3 was a discovery, and now he lost his queen.
Yeah.
So it looks like Steven's got an edge in this game.
Oh, Steven's got this. He's up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's up a pawn. He's up 2 pawns basically, because he has a queen. Yeah, his opponent has a bishop and rook for the queen, and Steven has extra pawn, so it's 2 points of material worth. F5. Yeah.
So here it's about just you want to keep playing quickly, and you want to play solid. You want to play good moves.
You want to play quickly, solid, and you want to trade down. Steven wants to trade as many pieces as possible, as quickly as possible. What? I think that's a mouse slip. Queen c6 is meant to be played. I think. I'm hoping. I don't think he just does that. I think I have a mouse slip probably.
Must be a mouse slip.
Yeah. I mean, that happens relatively often in bullet. But, if you have more experience, it actually happens less and less. But chess.com is a new site for him. Maybe he's not playing. I don't know. Rook to c1. Now he's just down a rook.
Yeah. All right. Well, Steven's down. We won't call it yet because we've seen that there's a lot of variance.
Yeah, we won't call it. Yeah, bishop e7 now. Bishop e7 finishes off. Oh, this guy didn't.
Oh, he missed his bishop e7. Yeah.
Oh, this guy has hope now. Oh, Steven still has hope. But no, it's a rook. The thing with it's not only a rook's just advantage, but advantage of having his extra pieces that you can pre-move much easier than your opponent. You can pre-move things, so you can't. You can pre-move checks. You can pre-move moves that are hard for for Black to anticipate. Steven's in huge trouble.
Steven has a few seconds time advantage.
Yeah, but notice how every single one of White's moves are pre-moves almost. So Steven's time advantage means almost nothing right now.
Okay.
Just think about it. If you're pre-moving for White can make 45 moves if he proves each of them, right? Because it's only 0.1 seconds.
Right.
This guy's misplaying it though. Steven has hope. Oh no, now it's over. He can pre-move the rest of the game.
Yeah, he can mate him here.
Oh, yeah.
If he pre-moves the king the wrong way, then it's
yeah.
Sort of trying to trick him, but
trying to trick him.
All right, 0.4 seconds. All right, Resigning Me Son is up.